You get what you pay for. County councils and the household charge. Good evening and welcome to the Frontline. It's been a bittersweet weekend for Fine Gael, a successful first Ardèche government after a 15-year gap, but a political slap from about half the householders in the country who so far have not paid the €100 household charge. Let's go to Paul McAuliffe here from Dublin City Council. We'll be talking about the future of local government and funding in a little while. First of all, how are you doing? Do you know anything about compliance?
Well, I just come from a City Council meeting tonight, and we believe that the figure, based on the current level of compliance, we will be short 6.8 million this year. So that will have a major impact on the services that we provide.
What sort of things will be cutting?
Well, if you look back at 2 years ago, we had issues around the swimming pools, and that was a figure of 2 million. So you can imagine the figure of 6.8. Not only that, if we don't make decisions now early, we will have to cover all of that in the last couple of months of the year. So that's why I think the government...
So what sort of things? You must have some sort of a menu.
Yeah, absolutely. Basic things like grass cuttings, parks, litter, all of the basic services that the councils supply. And I think they're the basic services that people would be willing to pay in a just local tax. And my problem with what the government have done is they've done a huge disservice to a just local tax. This isn't local, it's set nationally, it's collected nationally, and it's allocated nationally. And it doesn't have that element of local accountability, which councillors will have to account for when they knock on doors.
Isn't this a tax that Fianna Fáil wanted to introduce anyway? Had you been returned to power, you would have done exactly this.
With an ability to pay. And I think the ability to pay is the problem with somebody on the Hill of Hope paying the same price as somebody in Finglas buying out their council house. That's just utterly unfair, and Irish people don't accept that. And I think an ability to pay has to be a factor, as with the issue with the stamp duty, because I'm paying a property tax, I'm borrowing it every year. I paid stamp duty, I'm borrowing it every year to pay that. So Ireland has had a property tax. Has encapsulated the two problems with local government: the balance of power between the manager and the councillors, and the Greyhound debacle is an example of that. And the other thing is the anonymity of council and civic decisions. You know, do people vote for the local hard-working councillor who's a nice guy, or do they vote on the track record of that party on the council over the 5 years? And I think even in the city, not many people know who the controlling groups are. And we should end this process of transferring the Lord Morality back and forth each year and have a proper civic leadership.
It's a split job, isn't it? Yes.
Thanks, man.
But